basically being mad at myself because I missed the three and then I went and hit the backboard, and he told me it was disrespectful to the game of basketball. So I don't know, it reminded me of the technical that I got in college where I said damn it, where it's like a personal frustration. Had nothing to do with my team, had nothing to do with their reffing, had nothing to do with the other team. It was just because I'm a competitor.
A controversy so blazing it's making referees sweat and execs hide under their desks. We're talking about the Caitlin Clark saga, a story so wild it's like the WNBA got caught in 4K trying to dodge a flagrant foul. And trust me, this tea is hotter than a courtside seat in July. So grab your popcorn, hit that subscribe button, and let's break down why the WNBA's latest mess is giving Real Housewives vibes with a side of hardwood chaos. Here we go. First off, let's set the scene.
And I felt like I should have been making more shots, so but I think he fired me up to continue to play a lot harder. I thought we got a lot better after he did that, so I want to thank him for that.
Caitlin Clark, the Iowa phenom turned Indiana Fever superstar, is out here rewriting the WNBA script. She's dropping triple-doubles like they're casual Tuesday errands, reading plays like she's got a PhD in basketball IQ, and basically making the league look like they're playing in slow-mo. This woman is a walking highlight reel, the kind of talent that makes casual fans ditch their Netflix queue to tune into League Pass. But instead of rolling out the red carpet for their golden ticket, the WNBA's acting like she crashed their private party. And new footage? Oh, it's spilling all the tea, exposing a bias so blatant, it's like the refs are out here officiating with blindfolds and bad attitudes. So what's the deal? Let's rewind to the Indiana Fever's season-opening smackdown against the Chicago Sky, a 93-58 blowout where Caitlin was serving looks and dimes while Angel Reese was grabbing boards like her life depended on it. Sounds like a classic rivalry moment, right? Wrong. Things got spicy in the third quarter when Caitlin, trying to stop Reese from an easy layup, caught her with a hard foul. Nothing malicious, just a basketball play. Clark's hand went for the ball, Reese hit the deck, and the refs called a flagrant one. Fair enough, right? But hold up. Reese got up, ready to throw hands, and Fever's Aaliyah Boston had to play peacemaker. Both Reese and Boston got technicals. And the crowd? They were booing Reese like she stole their halftime nachos. But here's where it gets messy. The WNBA is now investigating hateful fan comments allegedly aimed at Reese, and the internet's screaming that Caitlin's getting special treatment while the league's letting her get body checked like it's an MMA cage match.
And I swear, they're putting all this money into that girl who ain't done blank.
Now let's talk about this footage that's got everyone losing their minds. Social media is blowing up with clips showing Caitlin taking hits that would make a linebacker wince. No calls, no whistles, just vibes. One play has her getting elbowed mid-drive. Another shows her getting flattened under the rim. And the refs? They're out there acting like they forgot their glasses at home. Fans on X are dissecting these clips like they're CSI Hardwood Edition, and the consensus is clear. Caitlin's getting mugged out there, and the league's acting like it's just tough defense. Meanwhile, Angel Reese reposts a TikTok that's basically throwing shade at Caitlin, implying the WNBA's pouring money into her just for being white. Oof! The comments section? It's a war zone. One X post called it a blatant agenda to minimize Caitlin, while another's screaming the league's got a double standard. Let's break this down with a quick analogy. Imagine the WNBA as a high school cafeteria. Caitlin Clark's the new kid who walks in, aces every test, and somehow makes the lunch line move faster. You'd think the cool kids, aka the league's vets, refs, and execs, would be like, yo, join our table. But instead, they're tripping her in the hallway, stealing her tray and whispering she's only popular because of her shiny new backpack. That's the vibe here. Caitlin's crime? Being too good, too fast, and too damn poised while doing it. She's out here running offenses smoother than a Spotify playlist, but the refs are treating her like she's auditioning for a stunt double role in a John Wick flick. And let's not sleep on the Angel Reese angle. The Clark-Reese rivalry is the kind of drama that could sell out arenas from here to Mars. It's been electric since their 2023 NCAA title clash, where Reese's LSU outdueled Clark's Iowa. Fast forward to the WNBA, and it's still must-see TV. Reese is a beast, 12 points, 17 rebounds in that Sky Fever game, but she's not above stirring the pot. Her TikTok repost? It's like tossing a Molotov cocktail into an already tense situation. She's implying the league's favoring Caitlin for reasons beyond her game. And while that's got some folks nodding, others are calling it a cheap shot.
But be white. I'm sick of this, and Kathy. I don't care if I don't ever get invited to WNBA related events
Mutual respect? Nah, that's long gone, replaced by a beef juicier than a steakhouse ribeye. Now let's zoom out to the bigger picture. The WNBA's got a culture problem, and it's uglier than a missed free throw in crunch time. This isn't just about one bad call or one spicy TikTok. It's about a league that's fumbling its biggest opportunity since Diana Taurasi was draining threes in flip-flops. Caitlin Clark is a ratings magnet. 335% more League Pass subscribers in 2024, a $200 million TV deal, and arenas packed tighter than a Black Friday sale. Enter Cathy Engelbert, the WNBA commissioner who's handling this crisis like she's auditioning for a TED Talk on how to do nothing. Cathy's out here with press conferences that say less than a mime at a silent retreat. Her response to the Clark Reese drama?
Makes absolutely no sense. And I swear, they're putting all this money into that girl who ain't done blank but
A vague statement about no place for hate, and an investigation into fan behavior. Cool, Cathy. But what about the refs who are letting Caitlin get body slammed? What about the coaches who are greenlighting cheap shots? What about the players who think fouling like it's a cage match is just part of the game? Cathy's leadership style is like trying to fix a broken spaceship with a paperclip. Cute, but we're all gonna crash. And don't get me started on the refs. These folks are out here officiating like they're trying to win an Oscar for most confused performance. One minute, they're calling a technical on Caitlin for hitting the rim cushion in frustration, because apparently that's disrespectful to basketball. The next, they're ignoring blatant hacks that leave her looking like she just ran through a gauntlet. Meanwhile, Reese gets a tech for reacting to a foul, but the refs are quick to balance it out, like they're playing some twisted game of fairness whack-a-mole. Where's the consistency? It's like the rule book's written in invisible ink, and only certain players get to read it. Let's talk numbers for a sec, because the stats don't lie. Caitlin's averaging 20 points, 10 rebounds, and 10 assists in games like the Sky Fever matchup, and she's doing it while getting bodied every other possession. She's got a basketball IQ that makes Einstein look like he's still figuring out long division, and yet the refs are treating her like she's the problem. Compare that to the league's response, or lack thereof. No suspensions, no fines, no real accountability. Just a shrug and a, we're looking into it. Meanwhile, fans are out here on X, posting slow-mo clips that make the Zapruder film look like amateur hour.
I'm sick of this and Cathy. I don't care if I don't ever get invited to WNBA-related events nor games anymore. Enough.
The evidence is undeniable, and the league's silence is deafening. Now let's address the elephant in the room, the racial angle. Reese's TikTok and some X posts are hinting that Caitlin's getting preferential treatment because she's white in a league where over 60% of players are black. It's a heavy accusation, and it's not new. Players like DeJounte Carrington and Alyssa Thomas have called out similar issues, with Carrington getting death threats after accidentally poking Clark in the eye last season. The WNBA's No Space for Hate campaign is supposed to tackle this, but it's feeling like a bumper sticker solution to a systemic problem. On the flip side, some fans, like Barstool's Dave Portnoy, are screaming that the accusations against Fever fans are total garbage, claiming trolls are blowing it out of proportion. The truth? Probably somewhere in the middle, but the league's not doing itself any favors by dodging the hard conversations. Here's where it gets real. The WNBA is at a crossroads. They've got a generational talent in Caitlin Clark, someone who could elevate the league to NBA-level buzz, but instead of building her up, they're letting her get dragged down by petty jealousy, inconsistent officiating, and a commissioner who's allergic to decisive action.
How stupid it was for y'all not to go all in to elevate Caitlin Clark, and y'all could have reaped the benefits. Higher television ratings, higher attendance figures. Ladies and gentlemen, that doesn't come courtesy of a league. It comes courtesy of...
It's not just about Caitlin. It's about what she represents. Excellence poised in a game so clean it sparkles. Punishing that sends a message. Rise too high and we'll clip your wings. It's not by men, not by outsiders, but by the very system that should be cheering you on. So what's the fix? Step 1, Cathy Engelbert needs to trade in her mimosa for a game plan. The league needs a commissioner who sees protecting talent as job number 1, not an optional side quest. Step 2, refs need a reality check. Bring in officials who can keep up with the game's pace and aren't afraid to call a foul when it's obvious. Step 3, coaches and players need to be held accountable. If you're throwing elbows like it's a street fight, expect a suspension, not a high five. And step 4, the WNBA needs to lean into its stars, not sabotage them. Caitlin's not just a player. She's a brand, a movement, a reason people are finally paying attention. Stop treating her like a problem to be managed and start treating her like the future of the game. Let's wrap this up with a reality check. The WNBA wanted attention, and they've got it, but it's the wrong kind. Every no call, every cheap shot, every ignored elbow is a headline and not the kind that sells jerseys. Fans are fed up, players are speaking out, and the footage? It's the receipts that keep on giving. Caitlin Clark didn't start this fire, but she's the spark that's exposing every crack in the league's foundation. The WNBA can either step up, clean house, and protect its stars, or keep dodging and watch their credibility go up in flames. The clock's ticking, Kathy. Time to stop sipping and start leading. All right, fam, that's the tea, and it's scalding.
She was the most popular, which means she could have helped your bottom line, which means you should have seen that from day one and maximized it. But you didn't do it. You didn't want to, rather. You were a bit hesitant and reluctant.
Challenges cannot take that long. It ruins the flow of the game. I get it. It's early in the year. The refs want to make the right call. We can't sit there for 2.5, 3 minutes and on an obvious